Hi there, thanks for joining me again today. I'm talking about spiritual drawing and doodling. So things that we do when we're just doodling with a pen on some paper, not really thinking about it, just letting the subconscious take you away. So quite a long time ago, somebody I knew in Queensland was drawing spirit guides. So she was connecting with the person's energy, connecting with their guide, and drawing their guide. And I got one of these drawings done for myself, and I thought it was fascinating at the time. So I thought, well, if I can do automatic writing where I'm just sitting there allowing messages to come through in writing, can I also do drawing? Because I'm not a very good drawer. I've never been to art school and I've never been taught how to draw. So my own self-doubt was thinking I can't do this. And so I thought I'm going to have a go at drawing people's spirit guides because I was seeing so many people around, like faces appearing and everything like that. So I thought, well, let's try this. So I was thinking of a friend of mine and asked her if she'd like me to draw her spirit guide. And she obviously said yes. And as I started drawing, this male face was coming through, and he had a really bushy eyebrows, and it was like an eyebrow that nearly joined in the middle. It was right across, and I had dark features, and I'm thinking, well, this is a strange looking spirit guide. Anyway, I finished it, and I didn't think it looked very good, but I gave it to her, and as soon as she saw it, she said, that's the guy that was a really good friend of mine that died in a car accident when he was 16. I'd drawn his face. It wasn't a spirit guide at all. It was a friend of hers. So then I thought, okay, I'll try this again. So another friend of mine, I asked her if I could draw her spirit guide, and she said yes. And then I started drawing this lady was coming through, and she had glasses, and um, so I drew this lady and gave it to her and said, I think this is your spirit guide. And she said, no, that's my auntie that passed away. So then I started realizing I'm not drawing people's spirit guides, I'm drawing their relatives that have passed. So as their visions of I'm seeing their family in my mind, I'm getting it down on paper. So and then probably about 3 years after my father-in-law passed away, I could feel him standing right, like really close to me, and I thought, I wonder if I can draw him, and then give the picture to my husband at the time to say, like, this is your dad coming through. So I drew that one, and I actually kept that one, and I have a copy of it on my phone, which is, I don't know if you can see that clearly on my phone. That was my father-in-law, and I drew that picture about 3 years after he'd died. I don't feel I'm a very good artist though, so I sometimes think if I went to art school and actually learned how to draw, would it then um, change the way I'm seeing, the energies coming through? So something that you can do yourself is just to sit down, maybe even when you're watching telly, or if you just got some spare time, and put some music on, some nice relaxation music, and just draw whatever comes through you. So it could be an animal, because once I drew this really amazing wolf. So you could be drawing an animal coming through, you could be drawing a child's face, an older person's face, whatever, and just keep adding to it until you feel like that's enough. Because I just did this one this morning, and it's not finished, but I just ask who would like to come through, and then I just start with a pencil and just start sort of filling things in until a face starts forming, and then I'll put it down for a while, and then I'll pick it up again, and then I'll just start adding to it until I feel like it's finished. And I don't always know who they are, but I just feel like it's really good to just let it come through you and draw. And I mean, that could be somebody's relative that's going to contact me for reading in the next few days. And also doodling. Um, doodling is, when you're on the phone and you're pretty much focused on what you're talking about on the phone, but you're just doodling away and not really thinking about it. That is actually yourself giving yourself a message back. So it's your subconscious coming through, and it's because you're in that kind of a daydream state. So generally, a lot of people draw flowers. A lot of women draw flowers, and if you think about whatever you're doodling, if you really think about it, like a flower is beauty and it's something pretty, but it also needs protecting, doesn't it? Because the elements, the wind will blow the petals off, or the sun's too hot for it. So, as beautiful and blossoming that a flower represents, it also represents protecting that beauty and looking after a flower to keep it blossoming as long as it can. So, if you drew a house in your doodling, a house can represent security and family, and that's what you're wanting in life, or that's what you've been thinking about lately. If you drew a house and you didn't put any windows in the house, you may be feeling like you can't see something's being blocked from you. Same as if you drew a brick wall in your doodling, that can signify you're feeling as though something is blocking you, like there's a wall in the way. And sometimes you can just be doing squiggly lines or really harsh lines, depending on how you're feeling about the road you're traveling. If you're just drawing lines like this, you may feel like it's getting there, but it's up and down, up and down, up and down. But if you're drawing something like that, it's very harsh. You may be feeling like this is a really tough road that you're traveling. You might just draw straight lines and you're just going straight ahead. You may also be drawing, like you might draw people, stick figures or people of some sort, or faces. Are you self-reflecting on something that you need in yourself? Are you looking at yourself? Are you worrying about your appearance? So are you worrying about relationships with other people? What else if you draw squares, like just draw a square or a box, are you feeling boxed in at all? Or are you looking at everything very, very logically? Because boxes are very, like you analyze, boxes are a specific shape. So you might be thinking about things logically or analyzing your life. Circles, you may be feeling like you're going around in a circle, and you keep starting here and you're working your way around, you come back to where you started all the time. Love hearts, a lot of people will draw love hearts. Wanting more love in their life. Might draw rainbows, which is a lovely vision in your mind that you're hopeful that things are going to work out for you. Yeah, there's so many things. So have a look. If you're on the phone and you've got paper there, just have a little doodle and see what your subconscious is telling you, or have a go at sitting there with a piece of paper and just seeing if you've got any faces coming through, or if someone wants to come through you and show you what they looked like when they're on Earth. It's a really good activity to do, and it keeps strengthening your intuition. So, yeah, it's something else I thought I'd share. A lot of people don't realise that I always used to do drawings. I don't do them very much anymore because they take me a really long time, and I'm sort of a bit busy with more of the intuition and the automatic writing side of things. But when spirit prompts me to start drawing again, which they have been doing lately, I have been picking the pencil up and getting some faces out. So, yeah. So I hope everyone has a lovely day and get your creative side of you going. See you later.